Main screen. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our talk show. Why am I echoing?
Don't ask me. I'm not echoing.
I can hear myself. Why can't I hear myself? Hello?
Hello.
1 second. Okay. That's better.
It's Josh's first day working all this stuff.
Nope, it all resetted.
He doesn't.
Trying to fix it.
He doesn't remember how any of this works.
Apparently not.
Welcome back to our talk show. I'm DJ.
And I'm Josh. And don't forget to subscribe. That's right there. And now it's gone. So, I can bring it back. See, it's right there. Subscribe. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. What do we got on the docket rocket today?
I don't know. I lost everything.
He lost everything. Oh, Jesus.
I was rushed.
You were rushed.
Thank you guys for joining us, and who's ever been on this journey with us. There's no one on Facebook. That's not registering Facebook. Anyways,
it's not registering Facebook because it says 2 here, but we're both watching it, so it's probably us. Does it count when we watch our own stuff?
I don't know. Like, oh yeah, because we have 2 different IP addresses.
I guess.
Because Twitch doesn't have like a creator thing that you can watch, like in YouTube.
Oh, you just gotta watch.
You just watch it from your stream, yeah.
Well,
today's random fact of the day. If you don't know, we do random facts on Tuesday, and today's random fact is water makes different pouring sounds depending on its temperature.
Different what?
Pouring sounds.
Like drip, 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 like that.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Where do you find these random facts?
Randomfacts.com.
Randomfacts.com. You just. I'm gonna go heat up some water and.
I'm sure they proved it.
They do one of those school boards, one of the science fair boards, with the hypotheses and and all that stuff.
I think that's what they do. I could be wrong.
It happens often, so yeah.
We don't know where facts come from.
We don't know where
all words are made up.
We don't know
Quote
where facts come from. Also, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, which means our charity for this month is the Alliance of Mental Illness.
National Alliance of Mental Illness.
Sorry, I forgot a word. The link's down below.
It's there.
Go check it out. Find out more for yourself. I'm just a conduit, man. I don't know things about things.
You don't know things about things?
We also are on Apple Podcasts, Anchor FM, Spotify, all those. As I'm looking at it here, we have an audio version on Anchor FM, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Aren't you supposed to put Apple Podcasts first because it starts with an A?
Anchor FM's our main person. That's why I put
Are we sponsored by Anchor FM?
Anchor FM distributes to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everybody.
Oh, okay.
So when we upload Anchor FM, it distributes it to everybody else.
Throughout.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. So yeah,
that's why Anchor FM goes first.
Don't forget our charity, and you can catch us on all your podcasting platforms for all your podcasting needs.
You can even find us on Twitch.
Yep, even apparently find us on Twitch now. Even though Twitch is a video game.
So is Facebook.
Is it?
Facebook gaming.
I don't think it's really the...
When we go live through Streamlabs, I want to know what game you're playing and shit.
What game are you playing?
Yeah, they don't use Streamlabs.
We normally play how long can we go before Josh is mad and wants to turn the show off. That's my favorite game.
I hate that game. We're trying to show off. Fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit. We got news today, Josh?
Yes. If you're new here, every week we do viral news on Tuesday, which we go through the headlines and discuss matters. So this week, we actually saw from Trevor Noah, but Ohio should give 5 residents $1 million each in COVID vaccine lottery.
Oh yeah, so I was hearing about that. It was
on Trevor Noah, yeah.
they were talking about. So what Ohio is doing is when you get your vaccine,
You
right?
put into a lottery.
Right. It's basically like a raffle, and
For 5 weeks,
for
once
5
a week,
weeks,
they're going to draw a name.
right?
They're
and
trying to
then-
encourage people to do the vaccine. In other states, like, are you fucking crazy? You got a budget of $1 million?
right.
People over here are unemployed and
I
shit.
mean, Ohio's one of the legalized states, isn't it?
I'm
Legal
not
weed in
sure.
Ohio.
They might have extra, yeah. Then
Yeah, so they got plenty.
anywhere
of money
that
there.
has weed and solar energy has extra money in their budget.
That's it. Florida's debt's going the other way. That's why DeSantis getting all crazy all over the place.
DeSantis.
But yeah, so I actually thought that was like a pretty cool idea.
For incentive.
You know, I mean, $1 million. That's like really up there. I'm sure.
Give it the whole state. How many
You
people
know.
are in a state?
Oh,
The
I'm just-
odds of you winning.
Oh well, I'm just but
Someone
still,
still wins. But yeah, they're trying to encourage everyone to go get the vaccine test.
You
It's
know.
free.
and you don't get the chance to win if you don't go do it.
Yeah.
So it's like, really, it's all on you.
That's
know.
true.
I don't know.
Can't win unless you play.
So what's freaking me out, right, is like people are like they're like, oh, I got my vaccine, and then their friends are taking and putting magnets
Did you
on
see
their
that?
skin.
Bro,
I'm like,
conspiracy. You know why? I tried to look it up on YouTube to show George because he has his vaccine shot.
yeah,
Nowhere you can find it on YouTube. The moment
just-
you type in vaccine,
just grab a magnet and put it up to George's
well, I was trying
arm.
to show him like without TikTok though. But usually, if you see a TikTok trend, you can just type into YouTube
Right.
and it'll show you a compilation. No, it shows you nothing about this magnet shit.
No.
Nothing related to it.
There's a lot of people who be like, oh, we're putting chips in you so they can track you. I was like, well, you carry around your goddamn cell phone with you everywhere you go. They can track you anyways.
That's different.
How's it different?
Because this is biologically tracking you.
I don't see the difference.
You don't see the difference.
Your phone is glued to your fucking body.
Not everyone has a fucking phone.
Most people do.
And most people are prepaid, so you don't know who they are.
No, that's not true.
Right
Most
now,
people,
my phone doesn't say my name.
Yeah.
Your phone, does it say your name or does it say your wife's name?
Oh well, both mine actually, because the account's all under my name.
Oh, okay. Well, then hers
You know,
says you.
but every time she logs into Facebook, she logs into hers, which is Kimberly.
Well, yeah, it'll be her
Right? Every
IP
time
address.
you log into Facebook, it says Josh. They know who you are. Like, just don't. Oh, it's not connected to my name. No,
name is logged in
You're
to so many
fucking-
different devices.
your fucking gamer tag is literally your name because you're
They don't know who I am.
you're a noob.
I don't know who I am.
Like, who does that? You're the only person I've ever met to be like, oh, Joshua Jordan, 1984.
Guy, it's when I
My-
first got a PS3.
my I feel like under it, right? It's like if you click on it, it's like, oh, my social security is 78.
Address.
Yeah, address, all of that.
You're a fucking dick.
You know, it's like, oh, just steal my information. You're one of those people that, like, if a Nigerian prince offers you fucking $5,000, all you got to do is send him 500. You fucking take it. What?
I don't think we're on Facebook.
We were.
It says it ended.
I mean, we're still moving on mine.
Okay, so we're good.
It hasn't ended over here, unless it's 2 hours behind, which is possible. Like I said, we're still here. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
What do we got? What else we got here?
Bitcoin tumbles after Musk and
Podcast has been paused. It should resume shortly. So I guess it'll just come back whenever it feels like.
apparently.
Oh, there it goes. Nope. Bless you.
Yeah, we're still live on Facebook.
Oh, Twitch just came back, so working on it. There we go.
It's just,
He's hitting buttons over there, messing shit up as usual.
no, it's because it's going through the software, not the graphics card.
So as far as the Bitcoin thing, like, no offense, right? But you know what the real currency of currency is?
Whatever you can touch.
It's gold and silver. Okay, originally there was
Yes.
Originally, there was no, there wasn't even the stuff we call cash.
Yeah.
Okay, was as big as a sheet of fucking paper. All right, because it was literally like a document, right? That said this document is worth
Yes.
so much, blah blah blah.
A bond.
Right. It was basically bonds, and then you had gold and silver and stuff.
Well, yeah, before In God We
Stuff like
Trust,
that.
we had it was backed by gold or silver, yes.
Right. Why? It's still backed by gold and silver. Yes, it is.
It's backed in gold and God we trust now.
Right. All the cash we have is only worth anything because of what's in Fort Knox, because of what's in
I don't think
under
so anymore.
Wall Street. It's well, that's why we don't pay you to do the thing.
Well, no, they changed it into God we trust instead of backed by gold. So basically, it's just backed by whatever the government says, and the value of a dollar depends on the world currency.
Right, but it's still there's still gold in all the reserves.
Oh no, I mean, they took that shit out, bro.
No, I don't think so.
Aliens came.
You're woefully uneducated.
Man, you did not see those conspiracy theories?
Okay. So, with
Bitcoin is digital currency, almost like Star Trek.
Right, but it's basically information.
Or, yes.
Right, because that's like...
Data.
Right, well, because
you can mine it.
Right. Huh?
You can mine it.
Well, I figured you had something to say because I was talking. You kept talking over me.
I was letting you know.
So, no? Okay. So, moving. You know what? Moving on. Next
continue.
Nope, I'm tired of you.
I'm not moving on.
Okay, so
I'll pause the whole thing.
We'll just...
What are you talking? Continue the cryptocurrency. I'm curious. We got some mining.
So you're just basically mining other people's information and shit. And then they turn around and sell it, which gives the Bitcoin. I was looking at your face. You were about to talk while I'm talking.
No, I'm listening.
Driving me nuts. I don't know. I just don't think Elon Musk is like really needs. Is that how he's rich? Because he's got all the cryptocurrency from Tesla.
Well, it's like stocks. The more you buy into it, the higher it costs. So he has over like $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, or like over millions.
To me, that's so crazy. Like I've got $1 million.
But you gotta imagine like Bitcoin stock. One coin is worth X amount of dollars.
Right, but why?
Because of the way it's limited.
No, but like what? See, stocks, right? You have to give money to give them.
Yeah, you give money to give.
And the way you get money normally is you trade time for money.
I just go buy stock.
No. Okay. When you get a paycheck, right? How did you get a paycheck? You sacrificed your time.
Yes, working.
To make that almighty dollar.
Yes.
Right? Which then you turn around and you buy stuff or pay bills or...
You buy stock, yeah.
Or buy stock.
Or you're giving stock if you work at Publix.
You're giving stock working at Publix.
And Home Depot.
I don't want public stock.
And true story about Walmart is that they have no time enough to pay people when Walmart opened and Sam's Club.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Home Depot, so they gave them stock when they went public. And now those people are like some rich ass motherfuckers.
Billionaires.
Same thing happened at Home Depot.
They're Elon Musk's.
Elon Musk started in 2010 or 7 with PayPal. Now look where he's at.
I like people say he's a time traveler.
Doesn't Sonia say he's a time traveler?
Yeah, he's from the future. That's why he knows.
Cryptocurrency is like stock. So the more people buy it, the higher the price. And because it's a capped, meaning that if everyone in the world bought it and you can't buy no more, it's all gone. Can't mine it, can't do nothing. It's capped at a certain amount. So that makes it worth something.
That's stupid.
So for him to sell it, or threaten to sell it, other people now are backing out of it. It's like what happened with Reddit with the GameStop thing.
It's not enough now. People don't care about it.
Well, once you sell it, it goes back into it.
They're selling because they got to buy that Dogecoin before it gets big.
This is how much it went down last week. Before he announced this, it was at 55,000. Now it's at 44,000. A coin.
So it went down almost
10 grand. Grand.
It'd be fine.
Not
only
dollars or pennies.
Only
right?
people who can afford Teslas really give a shit. Nobody else really cares. Moving on.
You're an asshole.
What?
Tesla's pretty cheap. You could buy one for like 60,000.
That's cheap to you?
Most cars cost.
You got 60,000?
Most cars cost 90,000.
I've never
30 to 90.
No, I've never had a car over fucking 15 grand. Listen, if it works, get you from point A to point B.
Well, that's it.
You've never had a car over $3,000.
Man, that's why you gotta put me out like that.
I'm just saying.
You don't know what I've got.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You don't know my whole life. You've been gone. Remember when you did that whole drinking and alcohol stage, and you disappeared for
You
years?
didn't even have a car then.
You don't know what I had there. I had Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. I asked Brent. He said you didn't have shit.
Brent don't know nothing either.
You had some Nikes. You were kicking and pushing.
I had Jordans, not Nike. More than 125 entertainment professionals signs open letter urging peace in the Middle East.
See, now,
Even Gene Simmons, Grammy Award Michael Bublé.
here's my whole thing. Like, I get why they do it, right? Like, I understand the concept of, like, well, if people see enough of their favorite stars and stuff, maybe they'll do these type of things as well.
Leonardo DiCaprio is the world leading person in what's it called? Pollution. What's that thing? Global warming.
What's that thing? Global warming.
I was gonna say pollution, but global warming. He's like the #1 head honcho who invests in all that stuff.
But like it's just so crazy to me. Like something happens. Oh, let's all the entertainers get together and sing a song, or like fucking. It's like, you know.
Dave Chappelle said something about that.
It goes right back to like when we met Jason David Frank, right? Right. I went to
You're
go see
tired.
the guy because he was the Green Ranger,
He's the Green Ranger, man.
right? But he still shits on a toilet or outside in the yard, just like everybody else.
He saved us
Okay.
from Rita.
Like he's just another guy who's trying to figure out how to make a buck to support his Power Ranger lifestyle.
For the last 25 years.
You know, like
That man's been riding that coat
You know.
for 25 years.
he's not gonna drag an uppercut anybody. He looked like a stiff breeze would blow him over because he was tired, man.
Felt really
you
awkward.
know?
He did the pose. Like, I don't need the Power Ranger pose.
Right.
I'm 30 years old. Like,
Well, I'm 30. You're 48,
I'm in my 30s.
You know, 37 or
No,
39.
not even close.
You know, 30s.
Why do you do this? Why you try to make other people look bad? Wait, what are you doing? We're
does
going to
your-
have a talk now.
How does your age make you look bad?
Because I don't like being that old. Because I'm not that old.
Well, that's life. You're gonna be that.
but I'm
listen,
not that old.
How do I know how old you are?
You look older than all of us.
Probably, and I look damn good at it.
Right now, I mean, it looks like you have gray hair.
I look. Got my pirate beard going on.
When we first started, it was way longer.
I know. I'm growing it
Like,
back
damn,
out.
like, how long were you growing it before we started?
It's actually really long.
I know. You don't shave nothing. I shaved my underneath. And then I messed up today.
Only what I need to.
I messed up trimming my beard today. So now I don't have a beard anymore. What? I will play sound effects. But they want peace in the Middle East, man.
I mean, they've wanted peace, and I feel like it just should be peaceful, right? Like
I don't know, they're going to war out there and shit.
I know, it's just like, hey, there's a war, stop doing what.
Remember the 90s with the Berlin Wall? And,
But I mean, like to make a whole country, right, stop being warful is like, you can't live with somebody anymore without having differences of opinion and yelling and screaming at each other. How do you
Iraq made that shit fucking...
How do you expect a whole country to do that?
They need to come together
I'm just saying.
right now. Under peace.
Just saying. What do we got? Movie and TV awards.
WandaVision wins big. Apparently they won 4 or 5 awards.
You know,
Do you agree with them?
WandaVision was good.
It was very edge of your seat.
It wasn't bad, but it was a little bit too short, I think, to
Corona.
No, that's the excuse they used, but they never had any intention on
Oh,
dragging
no. It's a
WandaVision
short, like I said, it was like
out. A short
Merlin.
series, yeah.
It's like Merlin.
Well, but you can't do something that good and then just like rip it out from underneath.
But do you think they knew
You
it was
know.
going to be that good? They knew it was going to be, it's Marvel.
I
They
mean-
have budgets.
Camp budget.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not like a TV production.
$500,000 budget.
They have whatever they want. They're fucking Marvel.
You know, right? They got Disney.
They got Disney money. Yeah. So it's not like, oh, this is our budget. And what the fuck's a budget? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not on a network. We're on a streaming service, and we own half of everything.
Speaking
so.
of Disney, you can't be a TikTok creator and go to Disney anymore.
What?
Well, okay, I should rephrase it. You can't be a famous TikTok creator and go to Disney anymore.
Why can't we get it?
Because apparently they don't want famous TikTok creators in Disney making TikToks because too much people will see their shit. The whole allure of Disney is like everybody's own individual experience, right? So there's never any bad comments, but when you start broadcasting bad shit across the
Disney, I don't think you have anything to worry about.
Well,
You got anything to hide over there, Disney?
Disney got skeletons in the closet.
So you're telling me not even a TikToker, anyone famous,
anyone famous can't even
going in there and they're like, "Oh, look at my Instagram live."
Yeah, just gotta go to Disney, enjoy Disney, and get the
On
fuck
your
out.
own. You can't vlog it. You can't.
No, can't make anyone else part of your experience.
That seems kind of shitty, though.
What else we got?
But WandaVision won big.
Yeah, it's not important. I don't think WandaVision. You know, if you wanted to keep going with it, then you should. Then
It's
maybe
a
awards.
segue.
You know, but like just to win awards after like 8 episodes, 9 episodes.
Yeah.
No, it's not worth it. Canceled. Like the worst part is like.
So we got what, 3 seasons before they can win an award?
Maybe. Like I don't know. Like,
oh no, you want a promise of 3 more seasons, and then they can win an award.
Right. Like you can't just like you were basically canceled before you got started.
Was that canceled?
It was like, hey, you got to get all this information in this much episodes because after these episodes you get nothing.
You get Winter Soldier.
You know,
which don't even mention WandaVision at all.
Right, and was trash. Well, I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
He becomes Captain America. Spoiler
alert. You know, but oh.
What happened? Did we leave again?
It just says something about air keyframes or some shit. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, yeah, no.
You're a keyframe. Watch giant alligator chase Florida man during. What was that? Tarpon fishing?
Tarpon fishing, yeah.
What the hell's
harpoon?
What the hell's that?
When you throw the thing. Harpoon? Yeah, they call it tarpoon.
Tarpoon?
It's on the ocean.
The Poo-Tang. Poo-Tang fishing?
Tarpon fishing and sunrise.
A 22-year-old man had the most terrifying moment of his life. He must not have been here from Florida.
Must have been some random guy.
Like I
Who's
don't
fishing
know.
at sunrise?
I don't really know any of Floridian who's afraid of a gator.
No.
Like
you just look over like, oh, we gotta go.
Listen, I don't start moving until the gator starts coming towards me, and even then, unless it's 12 foot, I don't move away from it.
Why?
You know, huh? Because normally when something under 12 foot sees me, it moves.
That's true. That's true.
You know, I remember there's like this 6 foot iguana boy in the middle of the road. The officer literally had it like blocked off 2 lanes because this iguana is just in
huge
the middle
iguana,
massive iguana, bro, like 6 foot long, right? And the officers like trying to get it, and I pulled up to the turn light right next to the officer, right? And he's like doing this thing. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm trying to get this iguana out of the road. I'm like, you have a gun. Pull your gun out, pop a round off by its leg, and it will leave. Right, like a loud noise and it's out of there. It's not having it. Right, you don't even got. I feel like officers should have like fake rounds for a situation like that.
Like blanks.
Right, just to make the loud noise.
Once you pop it off, you gotta like fill paperwork out and
all kinds
of shit.
All kinds of shit.
Do.
Right, so I asked him. I'm like, do you want me to just get out and deal with it? Like, he's like, oh, could you do that? I'm like, are you serious right now? Right. I happen to be wearing my Mickey Mouse slippers.
Really?
Right, big ass Mickey Mouse slippers.
While driving?
While driving, which cracked the cop up all.
So the 6'7" guy gets out.
6'7" guy in Mickey Mouse slippers.
How big's the car?
It was the Buick, the LeSabre. And I get out and go towards as soon as I got near the motherfucker, he hauled ass. Didn't give a fuck about the cop. Right? Like the cop was like standing next to him, like trying to shoo him, getting close to him. Didn't care about the cop at all. As soon as I walked up, like I didn't have a fucking care in the world, right? Iguana was out of there. And you could hear that thing like thumping across the ground as he was like jumping to get the fuck
Is it
away from me.
because you're a big ass motherfucker?
Well, it was either that or the bright ass yellow shoes. like I don't know. It was one of the two. It was either
It's
the
a
yellow
big ass
shoes.
heat signature coming towards them.
Right. It was like
Because they're
right.
cold blooded, they see heat. Yeah, like snakes.
Well, they don't see heat. They're not the predator. They don't just no. No. This they don't right. They don't just start clicking and it's like, oh, they see heat.
They see heat signatures. Snakes do.
That's because snakes are using their tongue to sense the heat.
So does iguanas.
No, iguanas.
Well, they see this big blob coming at them.
Oh, big blob is a little harsh of a word, but
Well,
I guess we'll just use it.
Like dogs, they see the like figures and images sometimes, like because they're colorblind.
Right.
So like when two of you stand next to each other, they're like, "What the fuck's going on?"
But dogs mainly use their hearing.
True. Because
Right.
you could be like, "Who's a good piece of shit?"
Right.
And you're like, "Huh?"
Yeah, as long as you say it
Such a tone
nicely.
of voice.
Fuck you, little buddy. Fuck you. And he's all excited.
Yay! Wagging his tail.
God, I hate you so goddamn much, but you're so beautiful. Yes, you are.
Can't wait to get rid of you.
Right, they'll just freak out.
And you're just like, "Hi, how are you?"
You just be, I love you so much. And, you know,
Like when you go, "Thor."
Thor. I just do that because I like Thor.
Yeah, but that one dog, your belly does not like that. Ah! When you do the
Oh,
scream.
the scream. I like to wait until she's dead ass asleep and do it.
Apparently, she woke herself up and was upset, was barking about it.
Yeah.
Like it was someone else's fault. Like she literally got up and she's.
She's been having wild dreams lately. Like
And then you're like, "What the hell happened?"
she
And your
woke
wife's like, "She woke herself up."
Yeah, she woke me up the other day, fucking, just barking at the top of her lungs, but she was dead ass asleep. Like,
Really?
Oh yeah, she was completely asleep. Just. I'm like, yo, and then went off someplace else to go nap again.
Like, go knock it off.
I'm like, all right, whatever. Is that all we got for news?
Yeah. One time, my dog woke himself up by farting on tile. So it farted on the tile floor, made a loud noise when it was sleeping. Fucking woke, scared the shit out of him.
You know, there's
He
just
bounced up so high, and he's like looking like.
there's just some things I probably could have gone my whole life without knowing.
It was funny.
Dog farting himself to
Because it's on
wake.
that tile floor. And just.
He felt the vibration and it just
Bro, he jumped.
fucked them all up. So trying the wife's cooking last night. So originally we were going to have the ramen, which is down in the link below, I suppose.
Is it?
Did you put it in today?
Yeah. So trying the wife's cooking is KATSUDON Japanese pork cutlet and egg rice bowl.
So it's ramen, basically. But she forgot one of the ingredients and it didn't quite cook properly.
She said it didn't taste good, the broth.
So she didn't like the broth, so she 86 that and just made me mashed potatoes and y'all got rice.
What was that rice? We were supposed to have rice anyway.
Right. Well, again, the link's down below if you guys want to try it. I thought the meat and the mashed potatoes were great.
I thought it was delicious.
You know, the broth though. Just,
Never had it.
yeah,
I smelt it. She's like, "You want to try it?"
it didn't.
I was like, "Oh, we could just tell by smelling it." And I was like, "Nope."
It didn't quite cook right.
She said it was missing oysters or something like that.
Oyster, yes, oyster sauce or something like that.
Something.
I don't know.
Oh no, she was like going by the recipe. And I was like, "You go by the recipe?" And she's like, "I haven't cooked in a while."
It was delicious.
You guys should really try the wife's cooking.
Right, and if you get a chance, check out the recipe, try it for your own, see if you can make it work. If you can, great.
And if you
can't,
want us to try anything, put a recipe down below, and we'll talk to his wife about it.
oof, I don't know that I'm ready to give the world that power.
Nothing with rice,
Yeah, I can't. have rice.
olives. What else can't you eat?
Corn,
Corn. None of that stuff.
anything that doesn't digest in your digestive system.
Yes. DJ has a problem with all that.
I can't do that.
I can't.
I just can't do that. I won't get, or at least have a substitution for that thing that's in the meal that I can't have.
If it's not right, if it's rice, make it mashed potatoes.
So so you know, let us know. What was our topic for today?
You wanted to do Don't Panic, a book from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
So I don't think I necessarily wanted to do the book,
Today we discussed why people panic.
right? Like we could talk about like
That's what you said. You rushed into the door.
it came from my no, I texted you.
You
Remember?
texted me that. The other one's tomorrow's episode.
What other one?
Expectations.
Oh, I was just gonna do the news and shit like I normally do.
Yeah, we do. And then the last thing
Last few minutes, yeah.
is expectations to disappointment.
Tuna casserole. No, Brett.
Did you write that?
Yeah, not ruining my tuna.
Oh, I wish.
No. You know, I only eat tuna one way. That doesn't count.
I tried to make it for him, Brent, and he wasn't having it.
No, I don't eat tuna any
He
other way
said
than tuna.
no one's gonna ruin my tuna.
My tuna. That's
I was like, but Brent's tuna casserole is bomb, bro.
That's not.
That's a negative.
Yeah, that's not for me. I only like tuna one way, and I've stopped eating tuna actually to try to lessen my mayonnaise during the week. So I'm trying to cut back on tuna and bread, and slowly but surely. But no, so we wanted to talk about don't panic because with everything going on about the panic buying of gas, and then last year when they were panic buying fucking toilet paper, and then even like I have social anxiety, right? So like on Fridays when I know I have to expand your palate, no, not for tuna, anything else. So like on Fridays when I have to go out, I get physically sick. Friday morning.
You used to tell me you would puke.
Yeah,
in the morning.
Throw up before I go out.
It didn't send you money or something like that.
Well, not that. It's just like if I was worried about stuff, because like I would worry.
Yourself sick.
I had to go out and do things and get stuff and see people.
You used to go out all the time. You used to love seeing people.
Right, but that's not right. But then I got hurt. Right. Well, I feel uncomfortable because I don't feel like it was different when I was strong. Right. I felt safer because I had more confidence in myself, could defend myself, stuff like of that nature. Right. But now that I am not as strong as I once was, it bothers me because I just feel like danger's all around me.
That guy's out to get me.
You know.
But then and you're in pain.
Right. Well, it's like, I don't know. I could go into a gas station. Some guy could freak out and shoot up the whole gas station. You don't know. You really don't.
And now you're not fast enough to stop the bullets.
Well, I wasn't fast enough to stop bullets either, but
the one thing you're allergic to, huh?
You know, I was fast enough I could throw a
candy bar.
A candy bar?
Hancock?
No, I was thinking like a 12-pack of soda I could chuck at your back of your head.
You can still do that.
No, maybe once.
Well, I think in that moment your adrenaline would go so much, but after your adrenaline's gone, I think that you and the robber are going to pay the consequences.
Like stuff like that legitimately worries me though, like. So I get worked up.
You panic? Panic attack.
And then I panic. And then I've got to deal with how to make myself comfortable with doing what I have to get done so it gets done. You know.
Brace the pain.
Right. Well, it's like going to if you going to the fair even before the pandemic or anything like that. You know, it's just too many people in a small area.
Like the concerts.
Right.
We always have to be on top of the hill to look down.
Right. So, because that's where I felt most comfortable. Because it's not like you're coming up the back of the hill to get to me. That bitch was steep.
Well, the rules were going out, never travel alone, back always against the wall, know your exits.
Right, but, when I wasn't hurt, it was, those things bothered me less. Because I felt more confident in myself, my back, my training, stuff like that. And, now it's not that way. So that's why I have to tell myself, hey, listen, calm down, don't panic. It's fine. Grab your towel, head out the door.
Grab your towel?
Grab your towel. Don't go anywhere without your trusty towel, What?
Reminds me of South Park, too. Did you forget your towel? Oh. You want to get high? But people are overreacting now, because of what happened with the pandemic. Especially, it's like Florida hurricane around the entire United States. Holy shit, there's a hurricane. People in Florida are like, what category?
Like, it really depends on who you talk to, right? Because so a lot of your veteran Floridians, people who were like here during Andrew and Wilma, Katrina and stuff like that, the ones that stopped and came fucking back around and hit us again.
Was Katrina.
We were without power for 2 to 3 months, not weeks, months.
Schools were shut down.
Schools were shut down. Stores were getting fucking broken into and robbed because there was no security cameras. Like, it was a crazy time. And
then we had 10 years to prepare.
Right, and then we had 10 years to prepare, and then people still kind of freak out a little bit. And like, oh, I need to go buy up all the canned food.
It's just water.
That, and the third.
It's like water.
Nah, man.
For hurricanes.
Some of them go in and buy, like, just knock out a whole store.
But usually it's like water scarce during a hurricane.
And then it's like, so they'll prepare.
Water and gas.
Yeah. So they'll prepare, right? Well, like, I went in, fucking 4 or 5 days before the storm's supposed to hit. Supermarket cleared out. No canned foods.
Those are veterans.
Right. No, nothing. No, the veterans, what they do is they wait until the day before the storm. After the stores have had time to restock everything. Right.
Now we're going.
Right. Now we go and grab some water. And, facts of life are we're going to be able to grab water for after the storm. So really all you need to do is grab water for during the storm, and stuff like that, and have a little bit of a small preparedness for, because a storm won't last more than a day or two.
Unless you're in Bahamas.
Unless
that motherfucker went on vacation. That thing hit the whole fucking. Holy shit!
But then, just like that, right? So Florida's built differently than the Bahamas. Our houses are normally brick tied down.
Oh yeah, we're concrete.
Right. That.
Well, the old houses. I don't know about the new ones.
The roads are better vetted to collect
electricity's
water.
Under stairs now.
Right.
Understairs.
The electricity's all under the stairs.
Underground now, and they have the concrete poles instead of the wooden ones.
Yeah, the big metal concrete ones.
And they've been cautious about cutting trees around the poles, and now.
So really, it's all in.
Built more canals.
Right. You just got to be calm. Try not to. That's the whole thing. Like, that's why I like the "Don't Panic" from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Right, because when they explained it, they were like, it says right on the
cover.
Right on the cover in big red letters, "Don't panic. Stay calm." Okay, because staying calm gets you further than freaking out.
You were fucked.
We're all doomed. No.
That was what's his name's job on the Avenue thing.
Avenue 5.
His job was make sure no one was panicking. That's his only job. His morale.
Well, then, 7 people killed themselves.
Holy shit! They really froze to death.
But so yeah, it's the things like that, and then if you notice your neighbor's having a hard time, it's like, damn, neighbor's real struggling, just stuff like that. Try to,
I would just tell my landlord.
See, it's like when I was living in Royal Palm, when I was having trouble putting stuff up, Mr. Byron come over and help me. If I forgot the trash, Mr. Byron ran out and grabbed that shit for me. People are like, oh, they're friendly. I like when people are friendly.
Yeah, we don't have neighbors like that.
My
neighbor did that. My neighbor did was a biker. All right, this neighbor was cool because Brent knocked someone out in the front yard. He just to try the ice bucket challenge. He went back inside. Brent laid this guy out in the front yard on a Sunday morning, and the biker guy just came out, went back inside, and goes, "If you want to wake him up, try the ice bucket challenge." 2
things: when you're incriminating your friend, try to.
It's fine.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Try to be.
The second one is I had to get my car towed out of there and brought to the job. So the people who work for the tow company that work for the swap shop went and got it. And my neighbor came out with a baseball bat. And they had to call me, and I had to tell him it was okay because he wasn't letting them go to tow my car.
Well, he didn't want them taking your shit.
Yeah, no, he wasn't having it.
Oh, that's a nice neighbor right there.
It's a good neighbor, like State Farm.
Like State Farm. He said like State Farm.
Like a good neighbor.
What's he wearing? With khakis and a red shirt? Well, she sounds hideous. Oh man, I remember that.
People are panicking a lot more now because the whole we were locked down for months. Like
Yeah,
now movie theaters just came back, but like everyone was under quarantine. They took toilet paper. Like the first thing that came to their mind during this quarantine is how I'm gonna wipe my ass. Like,
Which is, it's just like you could wash your ass.
you want it? How am I gonna wipe my ass? I need to stock up on toilet paper. Like it's fucking good. And then people price gouge.
People in the Philippines, they got a bucket thing they use to rinse their ass out so they're cleaner. You know,
like a bidet.
it's sort of right, but it's just a bucket they fill up with water and then rinse their asshole out.
So they take a shit and then they put their ass in the bucket.
No, they don't put their ass in the bucket. They collect water and rinse their ass out. They don't just in a bucket. Fucking
Like a
ridiculous.
bidet.
No.
Shoots water right up there. Nice and clean.
Also, we are taking interviews for a new Josh. If you can replace Josh, that would be lovely. Because I can't deal with him.
He will deal with it, and you will love it.
Anymore. But no, the panic, just like with the panic buying of the gas. You saw the article of the lady blowing up her Hummer? I didn't send that to you? Here in Florida, a lady blew up her Hummer, okay, because she had 5-gallon buckets of gasoline, right? Not a gas can, meant for gas.
You mean like Home Depot buckets?
Like grabbed a Lowe's bucket, filled it up with gas, put like a giant 5-gallon paint bucket, put the lid on, put it in the back of her car.
And it compressed.
Her Hummer. Because a Hummer doesn't have a trunk.
Yeah.
It's all... Well, no, so it didn't compress. Even those buckets they're liquid proof, right? Not fume proof.
It's going to eat through it.
Well, it was just releasing fumes. And that's what's ignitable about gas is the fumes, not the...
Correct.
Not the actual gasoline. I mean, the actual gasoline is...
We found out a Mythbuster.
Right. So it built up in her car, and then the car set on fire, and she had to jump out, and the Hummer burnt to the ground.
People were filling shopping bags.
Yeah, shopping bags, 5-gallon
And the sad thing
buckets.
is, the only reason why we were losing gas is because y'all went and bought it.
Right.
It's not like there was no shortage.
You know what I did?
It wasn't a shortage.
I waited until Friday when I normally get gas.
You got gas.
I filled the car up, and I drove away, and I didn't worry about it until the next time I needed gas.
Which would be this Friday.
It'll probably be this Friday. I'm not like, oh my God, I gotta go get all the.
But that's why there was a shortage. It wasn't because.
Well, that's why there was a shortage.
Gas shortage.
That's why there was a shortage here in Florida.
Because people were buying gas.
Right. The shortages everywhere else was partly that reason, partly the pipeline getting shut down.
Like North Carolina really had the pipeline shut down.
Right. Like it was a combination of the two, and had people had just stayed calm, lived their lives like there would have been plenty of gas for everybody. It wouldn't have really affected, and they'd have moved on. Right. But it's like the hackers who shut down the pipeline.
The dark side.
Right. Expected. Oh, shit. I hit a button. Expected people to freak out about the pipeline being shut down, buy up all the gas. Like, you did exactly what they wanted you to do.
And they said they wouldn't want to cause any harm, though.
Well, I mean...
It wasn't meant for us. It was meant for the people of the pipeline. Because they held it hostage.
Right.
They said, we want $1 million, so you're not going to reopen the pipeline.
Technically, they didn't cause any harm. We caused our harm to ourselves.
They're saying the detention wasn't for that.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm sure that wasn't the intention, but that,
like, shit.
Cause and effect is a thing.
But apparently, we're not protected by hackers at all. The most people hacked, I watched an article about it, was the police stations, hospitals, military infrastructures, and they hold them hostage because they can't get into the data, which in a hospital, you need the data.
Right.
In a police station, you need your data, and they don't have high enough security. They don't go after big corporations because big corporations have that whole security, firmware, fireware, and all that.
Right. Well, and that's the thing. As society progresses forward,
They're gonna do that fucking. What's that movie? Live Free or Die Hard.
Right. As we progress forward, our systems and things become more electronic. Look at your cars nowadays. Right? A car back in the 80s, you know what it was? It was an internal combustion engine, right, which gave you your forward momentum. Okay, it was brakes to stop the internal combustion engine.
They didn't even have power steering.
Right, they didn't even well, in the 80s they started getting power steering in the beginning of the 80s.
Oh yeah, I'm saying when
70s and
cars
60s.
first came, no.
Well, but a car is still a relatively new. Cars are, I believe, less than 100 years old.
It was
The first car didn't start until like 1942, I believe.
1906.
Was it 19? No, Henry Ford's.
Steam powered.
Those don't count.
It's a car, and then oh, you mean the first combustible engine?
The first like actual car.
Because the first combustible engine, I thought they used on a train.
No, the first. Well, maybe I don't know. The steam engines were a thing.
1886.
Yeah, but that's a train.
The Model T was 1908.
Right. So the Model T would have been your first mass-produced.
So it is over 100 years old.
Right. Well, just excuse me.
After 2008, yeah.
Give or take 10 or 15 years. Sorry, viewers, but you understand what I'm saying. You know, it's progressed that far. Now we've got drive assist. Some cars even park them fucking selves.
Teslas that come to you.
Right, come to you but what I'm saying is the technology has advanced so far forward, okay, which allows the hackers and things to have new.
Oh, what was that fucker? It was Fast and the Furious.
What?
Was she
Where she hacked all the cars, made them
and then
jump
fucking
out
out of the thing through Eagle Eye or whatever it was.
But that's the type of shit. Well, it's like even your gas pedal now. Some cars are electronic. It hits a button. It reads how far the button's pushed down.
What was the dumb TV show? What is it? The GPS was getting hacked and putting people into lakes.
Oh, I mean, that wasn't a. We were physically following the GPS into lakes, actually.
Turn left here, and you're like, what the fuck?
No, I'm saying like
I know.
Like,
but it's always like that, though. If you watch any kind of sci-fi movie, or it's like knowing it's fiction, it's based on real. Like in the new X-Men Wolverine thing, the automatic trucks almost hit him off the road. The ones that like Amazon trucks or whatever it was.
Semi-trucks, yeah.
Hit him off the road. iRobot.
Well, that's
what he was. Everyone was afraid of, like an iRobot. Like
so that's normally why is like even though we're gonna move into like self-driving vehicles, there always should still be an operator to take physical control.
Like a Demolition Man, you can do in manual mode.
Right. Well. No offense, I prefer my old cars anyways.
Can't get hacked. Oh,
right. No, you can't.
And the day the Earth stood still, the older cars could run because they didn't have the chip inside when they did the EMT.
Right, EMP.
EMT. Yeah, they came to restart their hearts.
Clear. No,
but remember that when the day the Earth stood still and the alien.
Well, that's like even in Demolition Man. Remember at the end he gets the
car.
Yeah, he gets the Camaro.
American made.
Right, because there was no overriding it.
No, you can't override it.
So like that's
well, everyone's biggest fear, like Eagle Eye, AI intelligence.
Right. Well,
like
it's
when
like
Google started talking to itself.
That's like even part of panicking, right? Like so it's like sometimes the old ways are the best ways, right? But as we move forward, we have to implement both.
Well, it's crazy. You can shut down a whole thing by turning off their internet.
Right.
Just turning off the internet can shut down a whole business for a day.
Well, it's like the smart car, right? We were watching that. Was it Rush to Riches? And they jacked up a smart car. They had the EMS, EBS, the brake system
ABS.
the ABS, right? Was unhooked. So the car wouldn't get up to speed because it would just turn itself off because it's like, well, you don't have any brakes, so we're not going to allow you to go fast if you don't have brakes.
Safety precaution.
Right, which with the old cars, if you didn't have brakes, it didn't give a fuck. All it cared about was how much go-go was in the
other
engine.
one was what are you doing 119? Because the engine shuts off at 120.
Mm-hmm. Well, I used to drive a U-Haul at 75 mile an hour. It would back you down to 73. Because it had a governor in it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, originally the governor was the way, it's like, hey, this is as fast as you can go.
but we're not going to let you.
Right, but we're right.
Your car says 200 miles an hour,
But you're not going to 200
You're
miles
not
an
gonna,
hour.
it's not going to let you.
You know, that's like, well, yeah, that's like, car will say 150, but you only go to 110.
But because people are relying on so much on technology, you will panic easily. Like if the internet goes out, your lights go out, like the hurricane hit. Like, oh, what do you mean we can't get up and running? Like, if you're from the old school, you're like, turn the thing on. We're doing this. Like, well, no, the network says that we can't because everything's everything's connected to this one machine. This machine doesn't work. He's like, why the fuck would you connect it to one machine? That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well, because that's the way it has to be.
That's the way it has to be. But if you're old school, like, people are like, oh, what happened if everything went back? Like, well, people up north would be fine because they hunt.
Right.
So they'll get food. They're not going to panic.
Oh, I'd be fine.
They live off the land.
I've never hunted a day in my life, but if there was no food, I'd find food.
Well, yeah. But most people will be like, they're so bougie. Like, oh my God, what do we
Yeah.
do?
Population would be cut in half almost immediately.
Interstellar style. Like,
I can fish,
I can fish.
right? So, like, if I can't find food, I can always go fishing.
Imagine that mindset, though. You go from worrying about bills and, like, your third world problem,
Just
or first
straight
world
survival.
problem, to going, you're not worried about going to work. You're worried about how we're going to eat today.
Right. What are we going to
And we
eat
have
today?
to go, you can't worry about your back pain because you have to wander through the woods. Your whole priority changes.
Right.
From not worrying about going to work and making 9 to 5 to going, I want the next new game system, to
Because we don't have
we need to
electric.
build shelter because it's going to rain later. We can get sick.
Well, first thing I'd do is leave Florida.
We'll go up north.
I'd have to go
Cooler.
to someplace cooler, right? Because I wouldn't physically be able to stay in this climate.
You lose a lot of weight quickly.
Because I'm from the walk, yeah. it'd take me
And the
2 or
heat.
and the heat trying to leave Florida, yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. No, I get sick in the heat,
Yeah.
right? Where where like when I'm in the cold, I feel better. I physically feel
I
better.
do too.
I'd
I'd rather be cold than hot.
right. So,
But not like on freezing temperatures, like freeze to death type.
well, what you consider freezing and what I consider freezing are two different things.
Well, negative 17 degrees, DJ. It's freezing to everybody.
Well, no, that's when it starts getting cold for me.
Oh, negative 17. I should put a jacket on.
Well, I'll tell you what. When we were up in Maine and it was 2 degrees, I had flip flops on and my regular clothes and like a light jacket. I didn't need, because it was comfortable to me. I felt
Well, you didn't have the air being cold.
right. I felt the air was still cold, but I felt better.
Not like Florida.
Maine, Maine has a coast and stuff. It's just like Florida, except
That's
for
true.
cold. That's why they
But it
call it.
doesn't have
Maine. That's
moisture.
why they call it Maine lobster, and not lobster somewhere down the way.
So you going to live in Canada?
I'd probably be fine.
We're going to Michigan? You don't have to leave the States.
I gotta go somewhere.
No, they're
super
cleaner
cold.
up in Canada.
Right, I don't gotta worry about babies kicking through trash.
Oh, my God.
Fucking.
So you're going to find that
scumbags.
one truck, right? That runs on biodiesel. You're going to make your way up north. You're going to keep the car.
Let's get a regular truck, put Tesla engines on it, and then put a big ass solar panel on the roof.
You're going to convert it.
I'll be fine. Never have to gas up or nothing. I'd be charging all the
The only
time.
thing I worry about is your wife complaining all the time.
Well, that's what I worry about now. So it's not.
Why are you going to build a shelter? God damn it.
Build a log cabin? It's like even in some places, in Alaska, right? Like I saw this one guy. He gets fish, right, just before it starts to get cold,
So before it freezes.
and then he hangs it up.
Everything's preserved in Alaska
Well,
because it's so cold.
Also, so what they do is they dig like freezer ditches, right? They dig down into the permafrost,
Okay.
right, which is ice all year long underneath
In the ground.
in the ground. Put a little shed, so it keeps snow from going in there, and then they put their meats and stuff down in this
Dirt.
permafrost and stuff, and it keeps it frozen all year long. So when they're ready to eat it, all they gotta do is pull it out, throw it in some hot water,
Defrost
however
it.
they're gonna cook.
Fish is fine.
That's it. It's fine. It's cold. It's
We,
still fresh.
we don't need no refrigerator up north, huh?
No, fuck no. What do you need fridge for? You throw it outside. I got a cooler sitting outside with a bunch of snow in it. That's where my beer is.
Did you
right
see
now.
how cold it was that one winter when people were throwing hot water into the air and it immediately turns to mist?
That's because there's a scientific reason behind that, right? So
Was it ice snap?
well, so the way that I understand it is like if you did it with cold water, it would still just be water when it hit the ground.
Okay.
right? Like if you went outside and it was the temperature you can do that was normally around 10
Under
degrees.
32 degrees.
Right. And throw the cold water out of the bucket, it would still just be cold water. When you do it with the hot water, the reason it freezes so fast is because the molecules in it are excited, as that's what they call it. They say they're excited, which basically means they're moving around at a faster pace.
It's not steady.
Right. It like I said, it's heated.
And it's about to turn to steam anyway because it's so hot. So
Right.
it's about to be from liquid to gas.
It's already about to change forms to begin with, so it changes quickly. That's why it changes from hot water to snow.
Because it went to gas to snow, basically.
So it doesn't make it to the
skips.
gas, right? It changes to snow.
It's like
I
I'm
said.
about to be gas. No.
The molecules are moving
And then
so fast,
it freezes individually.
right, that it freezes individually, which makes it freeze quicker,
Yeah.
right? Because they're not assembled the way they were before.
So we can be sub-zero for a minute.
For a few seconds.
Yeah.
And then some people who aren't in the right temperature have been scalding themselves because they're like, oh, it's cold, and they go to throw up the hot water and it just like splashes in their face, and now they've got burn and frostbite all at the same time. It's
That would
not pretty.
suck.
It's not pretty.
Do they panic?
I mean, if I was throwing hot water in my face,
Is
I'm
it
sure
like a
I'd
natural
panic.
instinct to panic, or is that just fear or excitement? It's just translated the wrong way into panic,
I guess it's
like fight or flight, right?
I mean, I would guess so. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, to be honest. Like I just go by one on PS4. Right, like I'm
Dr. Binks.
Dr. Binks. I'm not, I'm not a specialist. So
Well, try it anyway. Do you think?
all I can do is speculate.
What's your speculation on that?
I mean, we've been talking about it now for 30 minutes. I don't know how much more clear I could be.
Quit panicking.
Just quit panicking, right?
But it could be a national response.
If you can realize you're doing it,
It comes from fear.
right? You can realize that you can like somewhat help yourself control it. Like not everybody has that luxury because it's different
When
levels.
someone comes on and goes, boom, bam.
Well, that's
I panicked.
I panicked. And
Panic
punched you in the face.
panic shoot. Remember panic shooting Call of Duty or Apex?
Oh man, yeah, we call that Josh shooting now. Just all over the place. Ah, jeez.
It's panic shooting.
Yeah, that's just Josh shooting,
No, not Josh shooting.
not Josh shooting.
Panic shooting.
How Josh shoots.
I haven't played in a week.
I know, but that's okay. So, do you have anything else, Josh?
No.
No, no. Is it over?
No. Almost that time.
Yeah, it's almost that. Look, he looks so upset. Where was I gonna go? Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget. Did you turn it off? Like where was it? Oh, subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit your bell button so you can get us every Tuesday between the hours of 10 and 12. And on Wednesdays between the hours of 4 and 6. We moved our hours around so, more people could
Tune in at different times.
tune in at different times,
So we can give you such great entertainment.
Also, you're-
Prepare.
prepare. Don't forget that this month is National Alliance of Mental Illness. Damn it. The charity is illness. The month is mental health.
Yes.
So I get them always backwards. But the link is down below so you can go check that out. Also, don't forget we are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor FM.
We are. And all your podcast needs.
And all your podcast needs. If you need to hear a lovely voice, just go there and you can just hear us instead of seeing us.
Yeah.
I know people like to see me,
Yeah, we voted.
but my voice is also very soothing.
I heard.
A lot of people have said it
I know. I had to change all the filters again.
to make it not as soothing. Got to make DJ's voice squeaky so he's not so.
I didn't test your mic. I tested mine. Well, it looks like it's pretty well.
Our talk show after dark.
It's not after dark.
They don't know that.
You just said Tuesday morning. Like, so yes, you can catch us tomorrow, Wednesday episode.
I like Wednesday episodes.
Tomorrow, and we'll talk about
I get to go through the news and look up fucked up news.
you want to become famous, buy followers and viewers.
Huh?
Someone on Twitch put want to become famous, buy followers and viewers. I don't think that's how that works.
I didn't get any comments.
It's on Twitch.
I'm looking at Twitch. I can't see any comments for Twitch. Doesn't give me. I'm not gonna press it because it's probably like, bah, 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 really loud and stuff like that. Whatever. Buy followers. I feel like if we gotta buy followers, it's
Yeah, I don't think that counts.
that's why like we're doing the giveaways because I'd prefer to give it away to actual people than pay one guy to
Hey,
basically.
one guy.
Well, basically, they make different IP addresses and stuff. And
Yes.
subscribe that way, and then it's like, well, why did I pay you?
What did I pay you?
Right? Because they're not real people. They're just
That's another scam. And then they can tell, like, people can, the platforms can tell if it's a organic follow or
right.
a robot or
And it's
an
not
active.
They don't tell you either.
No, they
they're
just
not
take it away.
right. They just you fucked up. Bye.
One time at Vlog Entertainment's views went like really high up, and then they were taking them away because I guess they weren't organic. I
man.
was like, it's not my fault.
Can't really get famous this way.
No. I think it's a false advertisement.
Yeah, you gotta like suck dick online or something.
Something's you're not even a real name. It's TFSXF75
Right. One of his
KAWO7. That's who wrote it.
that seems legit.
I believe him.
Also, don't forget that Trying the Wife's cooking recipe is now down in the below section where you can find it
Where you can find it.
in case you want to cook stuff too. So, toodaloo, motherfuckers. You got anything else, Josh?
We'll see you guys tomorrow.